Sector and community relationships. Now, many of us know that relationships is probably the most important thing to have in your toolbox when working in the minimising and preventing gambling harm space. Relationships are so important, so it's really important that we have a way of managing the relationships, keeping a stock take of our relationships and keeping those relationships growing. In terms of working in the public health space, what's really important to ensure that we have traction with our communities is to make sure that the relationships are inclusive, that they're empowering for the people that you work with, and demonstrates a collaboration and an effort to collaborate with your key stakeholders. And so some of the things I want to talk about now is that community relationships and sector relationships needs to be evidenced in your work in terms of the gambling harm sector. That's something that's an expectation that's in our space, and we need to make sure that we understand those expectations. So one of the other things that's important is being able to understand and read the shifts in the community. So when things are changing in the community or even changing within the sector, we need to be able to adjust and adapt to that. It's really important that when working with the sector that you're present, and if you want to build your relationships in the sector as well as in the community, you need to be present. And that could be, an example of that could be turning up to regular sector meetings or to community meetings that are important to the community, being there and being present, which means that when you turn up to the meeting, when you turn up, you're there fully to contribute, you're aware of the agenda, you ask questions and participate. You're not sitting back in the corner on your laptop doing your emails or on your phone, checking your Facebook page. Okay, you're there and you're involved, and that helps to build relationships as well. It's really important in your relationship with community that you continue to mentor and grow both yourself but also with those you're working with. So as part of your leadership role, it's really important that you share information in terms of the relationship that you're building, and you make sure that you keep an eye on this, and that you continue to advise the sector and advise your community that you're working with of any changes or any new information, so that your relationship can grow, and it takes time. So relationships don't happen overnight. They do take time. It does need feeding, like any personal relationship you might have. Before you get to a well-developed relationship, it is about really getting to know the interests and the things that may benefit your community, and also with the sector as well. Turning up to meetings, responding to emails, and just being present is really important in building that relationship. And so again, if you need any support and working with any others in the sector, in particular in the sector, you can contact the National Coordination Services or Te Kākano, and if it's working in your communities and trying to build relationships in the community, feel free to call me on that as well. So good luck in making sure that you look after your relationships, take care of your relationships, because those relationships are really important for your work now and maybe even your work in the future. Good luck.